Shalom, shalom. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
As always, give us a shout if anything's wonky with our audio. Hopefully, everything sounds good. You let us know. But hi. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, all is well. Cool. Where are my stats? OBS.
Where are my stats?
My stats. Okay. Should be okay. There we go. Okay, hello. So, what are we doing today? We are going to dive into War of Immortals, and I'm actually very excited. We're going to do what we did last time, or something similar anyways, which is that this will be my first time looking at the book in it at all. I opened the PDF like a little bit ago, but that's it. And Waffles has gone through it and identified some of the cool stuff. As always, Waffles is our resident mechanics guru, however you want to say it. So I'm excited to see some of the cool stuff that we have to see here. If y'all are not familiar with what War of Immortals is, I believe it's a setting book. I think this was a setting book, correct? Is that how you would call this?
Yeah. It's much like Lost Omens or something.
Cool. We have two new classes, Animist and Exemplar, which have been playtested for a bit, but if you're not familiar, if you haven't touched the playtest, we'll take a look at those two. And I believe finally our Nephilim lineages, our archetypes, or no, not archetypes, what is it? Versatile heritage. That's the word I'm looking for. So we got some cool new stuff, but I'm actually more in, well, not more interested. I'm equally as interested in the story, because this is the first main book after the Godsrain prophecies. I think talking about the Godsrain prophecies and how it's impacting everything. So this will be a little bit more insight into some of Pathfinder lore, which is always fun. And as always, open chat Q&A. So if you're here live, then feel free to just ask us any questions as we go, and we'll get to, we're very flow of consciousness, so we'll see where we get. Do you have anything to add, Waffles?
No, there's a lot of cool stuff in the book. The story is huge, so we're definitely not going to cover all of it, but it's quite fun.
Okay. Yeah, I figured. You'll have to get the book yourself, I guess, to enjoy all of it, but I think there'll be some exciting things to share. Let's bring us over to the bookie book. Look at it. I have... okay, so the one thing I have been staring at is the cover for a little bit now. I do have comments, and it has to do with this dude, this guy right here. Wait, come on, buddy. Do it. Look, it won't. How do you zoom? I hate PDFs.
I control
I tried it 5 times.
mouse button in.
Okay, look at this dude. See this? See this? What is this? Tell me.
That is a bloodicorn.
Yeah, I feel like someone's like, I hear unicorn, I hear you, but instead of a unicorn, I'm just gonna put a blade out of its fucking forehead. It's pretty badass. It's also terrifying.
Everything in this book is pretty like metal.
Yeah. So this is, if I were to summarize, from what I've heard, this is a lot of high level sort of grandiose play. I know they have Mythic Rules in here, which we'll touch on in a little bit. Is it all high level play, Waffles, or do we have other like a range?
I mean, it depends what you call like all high level play. Like there are 2 new classes which you can start at level 0. There are some archetypes, but like everything past that is Mythic Rules, Mythic items, Mythic monsters, and how to become immortal.
How to become immortal. That makes sense. That fits. It's War of Immortals. It's the title. Haha. Haha.
Haha.
Okay, cool. So let's take a look at the table of contents, what we're going to potentially get through, so you guys can take a look. And if you have anything that you're like, ooh, I want to know about that, let us know so we can make sure that we touch on it. So War of Immortals story, I'm excited, so I want to glance at that. We have a little bit on the Animist, the Exemplar, which are 2 new classes, Nephilim lineages, Animist, so the multi-class. Are the class archetypes that I'm seeing here Avenger, Bloodrager, Seneschal, Vindicator, Warrior of Legend? Are those are not the Animist Exemplar. Those are net new, correct? Because
those are new for specific classes each. So like the Avenger is for Rogue, Bloodrager is for Barbarian, which I think everyone is happy about. That was everyone's favorite Barbarian in 1E.
Seneschal, I like the name, but if y'all can tell us which of those you want to dive into, I don't know if we'll get to all of them, so let us know.
Seneschal is actually crazy, and I think you would like it a lot.
Okay, so I'm definitely gonna look at Seneschal because that sounds awesome.
It is a witch that lost contact with their patron.
That's amazing. So War of Immortals story, part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. That's cute how they kind of broke it all up. That sounds amazing. Apocalypse Rider sounds crazy, and I love it. So I'm excited to get into some of this. Oh, and there's more. Of course, there's more. Anything crazy or cool or worthwhile to peek at, Waffles, in the section of Paths to Immortality? So we have Apocalypse Rider, Archfiend. Are those all just like a bestiary edition? What's going on there?
I'm not sure what you're talking about here.
I'm just looking at the
all the different sections.
And page, like the top of page 3, you have Archfiend, Beast Lord.
Those are all part of Paths to Immortality.
Oh, interesting.
Different Paths to Immortality, I would say.
Interesting. All right. And then as always, we have our vault with all sorts of cool things. And then the monsters. All right. So I do want to touch without going too much into it. So rein me back if I'm going on and on and on. But I think the way Paizo did the Godsrain prophecies was so much fun for all of us that kind of we're watching it as it went down every week. I think on Wednesday they would release another tidbit of prophecy of which god would survive, as the Godsrain prophecies are basically one of the gods in the I think they gave us an image of like the potentials was going to die, and that was going to massively impact the lore. So it was a lot of fun as like we each put it crossed out every week and see who was going to be next. And it was a lot of fun. So to see the whole story unfold, spoiler alert, it's right here. Gorum is the one that died, and we get to see how, I believe, in this book. So I, on my own time, will read through this in its entirety. Not today, but I think right off the bat, one thing I noticed is like the scale and the scope in this story, like it lends so well to setting the tone for the rest of this book. You have right off the bat, as the war god Gorum meets his glorious end in battle against the assassin god Archetype, his body is ripped in twain. Like, I'm gonna show you this one picture that I saw because I scrolled too far earlier that really gives the scale and scope of this. But basically, from what I've seen, as Gorum dies, Gorum's divine power spills from his body in silver droplets intermixed with red droplets of his war-infused blood and shards of his broken armor that fall like meteors across Galarian. And the way they tie that in is the broken armor is artifacts that you can use in the game, and the immortal power that is Gorum, it leads to some of the new classes. So I just think it's a really awesome way to share the story and lend it straight into all the cool stuff that we're gonna find here.
Yeah, like when a dot guys, it should have when a god dies. I think that's what I said. When a god dies, it should affect your world, and I think they did a real good job on that.
I think that's really, really awesome. So they say that basically the divine power is claimed to become exemplars, demigods, mythic beings. Holy sites are created, mindless beasts are elevated with godly power and wisdom. The world's going to be torn apart, and it's going to be quite fun. So we won't sit too long on all these. And as with every major event, they then have a series of adventure paths, right, Waffles, that come out for the story, so to speak.
Yes.
So it looks like we have the associated adventures here as well, and then some other tie-ins and all that jazz. So
Yeah. The curtain call, I think, is what they're calling this adventure path, much like it was Strength of Thousands for Lost Omens.
yep, that's what it says right here, beginning with the curtain call adventure path, and then you get to be part of the Red Mantis Assassins, which I know someone in our community is a huge fan of.
Yeah.
I'm excited to touch on Nephilim. We'll see how they handle that. And then talking about Mythic Rules. You tell me, Waffles. Oh yeah, hold on. This picture first. Look at the scale. I'll start at the top here. I'll go real slow. Look at the scale and scope of the death of a god and what it looks like as blood and divine stuff rains down on the people. I think this is just such a epic image that really puts the whole thing to scale. So I think that's really cool.
It's like a tornado coming out of his body too.
Yeah, so let me scroll back up to the story because I think there's a couple pieces that are important that, again, I just glanced at. Each chapter of this book, it says, begins with the story chronicling the adventures of two heroes, Samo and Nahoa, which I believe are the what's the name of the examples of each class that they have? I'm just blanking on the term that they use.
Goodness gracious.
Iconics.
Yeah. My brain wanted to say honorifics.
Yep. So we have Samo, I apologize, I don't know how to pronounce that. Nephilim Animist, and Nahoa would be a Nephilim Exemplar. So those are the examples of the iconics, and then the story follows them as they travel from the coastline of the lands of the Linorum Kings, and bring them further south. And apparently all of this ties in with a actual novel that they released called Pathfinder Godsrain, which, with all the love, when I saw the cover of that book, I did not like the typography of it. That's personal preference, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that the content's bad. I'm sure it's going to be very exciting. I haven't read it yet. So was that just the two iconics that I forgot to mention? I think so. All right.
I'm trying to figure out something real quick, so you're on your own.
I'm on my own. No. This is I love when they have like tidbits of world setting here.
Go to the Nephilim lineages, since I know you're super interested in that. Sure. I didn't go through them because they're very in depth and like well thought out. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to get us off of sub only chat.
Wait, sub only chat?
Yeah, someone said so. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, hold on. I got you. I got it. I don't know how that happened. Apologies.
Yeah, I think.
Did someone mention my name? Yes. Yes, we did.
I was like, why isn't chat moving? And then I saw someone else said it was sub-only chat. So here we go.
Thank you so much for the save, y'all. Oops.
It is supposed to be follow-only chat, not sub-only. It's also on slow mode. I think Twitch did a heavy moderation lift, it looks like.
Okay, slow mode's off. Followers only. Yes.
That should be good.
Okay. We're back.
All right, we're good.
Woo! Okay,
we're good.
Thanks, guys. Sorry.
We're actually streaming now.
We're actually streaming now.
Hello, we're live with War of Immortals.
Let's take it from the top. No, y'all listened very patiently. Thank you. Goodness. All right. Wait, but it has Animist class and Exemplar class are first. You want me to skip down to Nephilim?
No reason now. I was letting you do Nephilim because I was going to be a second, but we're good to go.
Oh, I forgot I have the thing where all of our emojis jump on the screen. Oops. All right, so we'll start with Animist. Because I was really curious about this. I heard a lot about the Exemplar class, and I remember hearing a little bit about the Animist class, but I did not fully figure out what Animist was, so we'll learn together. I don't know, Mr. Ajikek over here. From what I heard, you released something from within Gorum that we're a little bit concerned about, is what I understand. That was what I wanted to to mention from the story, and I forgot to because I couldn't find it. Shh, it's fine.
They said shh.
Where?
What are you looking for?
So I saw somewhere that when he died, something got released.
The corruption known as the Devourer springs forth,
Yes.
escaping into the distant stars.
While scattering. Yes. What does that mean? Achikek, what did you do?
Womp.
Womp womp.
Womp Gorum. That's all I gotta say.
Womp womp. Ghoster told me so. Alright, let's learn about the Animist class because I want to know what it is. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Waffles, both Animist and Exemplar are rare.
I'm pretty sure.
Which
I know Exemplar is. Animist I'm question marked on, but I'm fairly certain. I think a lot of things they're coming out with now from now on are gonna be either uncommon or rare.
okay. So it sounds like the typically rare can be a little bit more overpowered. So it's not supposed to be something that everybody is all the time. But these are rare things. So it also, to me, means that the story will be interesting in what makes them special. So let's see. You are the No, I can't pronounce that. You are the interlocutor? You are the thing between the seen and unseen, the voice that connects the mortal and the spiritual. You bond with spirits, manifesting their distinct magic and allowing their knowledge to flow through you. You may favor apparitions that grant you healing magic, others that grant you spells of destructive power, or pick and choose between different apparitions as your environment and circumstances demand. You may consider your powers part of a sacred trust to see your unique abilities or see your unique abilities as a sign that you've been chosen as a champion of two worlds. That's interesting. So, shepherd of spirits of a kind. Hi, Vaklavine. Hi. Okay, so it's a wisdom class. That's fun.
Yeah, my little thing I wrote about it was gain magical spells from spirits or apparitions, and then you can change which apparitions you attune to as circumstances change.
Oh, wait. So what do you You know how like for a witch before when you're building your class, you are choosing a thread to go down.
Yeah. You're choosing a patron usually with witch.
Right, so you would be choosing like the style of your magic from the get-go, so to speak?
Kinda, yeah. So you choose with Animist, I'm pretty sure you choose how you interact with apparitions. So you have like a liturgist, which does song and dance. You can be a medium, you can be a shaman, you can be a seer. It's like how you interact with the apparitions rather than picking apparitions, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
So like you can be a medium, which is a conduit of power. You can be a shaman, which you form close bonds with the apparitions.
But you mentioned something about being able to switch, so does that mean that
You can't switch those classes, but you can. I'm pretty sure you like it told you earlier that you could like maybe get healing from apparitions, and so I think you're a well-rounded class in the fact that like you can dial into healing and damage and et cetera, based on the circumstances. Probably, I would assume at the beginning of the day, but I'm not that sure.
Interesting. Okay. And they give you a lot of flavor, like like you mentioned, like could be human spirits lingering, or like animal spirits, or many things. Each day during your daily preparations, choose 2 apparitions from the list, like you said. Of these, choose one to be your primary apparition. Okay, so you still always are stuck to 2 for the day, it seems like.
Yeah.
Your attuned apparitions each grant you knowledge in the form of lore skills and a repertoire of additional spells you can use using apparition spellcasting. Ooh, I want to learn about apparition spellcasting. Let's take a glance at that because I'm curious. You can draw upon your attuned apparitions as a second source of magical knowledge and power.
The thing I really like about it is I imagined it in like Pathfinder society, and so like imagine it like a real life scenario, something like you're teaming up with different adventuring parties every day.
Sure.
So if you happen to team up with an adventuring party that doesn't have a healer, then you can like choose healing, et cetera. I think it's really cool.
That's really awesome. What I'm enjoy about the fact that if you when you pick a spirit, so to speak, you get, or apparition, you get lore. So it'd be like, hold on, let me converse with my spirit real quick and get that information. I just think it works very well towards flavor, which I, as always, appreciate.
Yeah.
Rare does not mean powerful necessarily. I agree. I know that's not by definition what Paizo goes for. My personal experience has been it lends to more specific, and that 100% could be how we play because we love to cater to our players, and we like to if you're gonna pick something special, if you're gonna pick something very like specific, I want to make sure that the story that we tell is gonna be something that you can use everything that makes you special.
Yeah, and my experience as a GM, Rare definitely lends to a niche play style in which you could make your character powerful if you wanted to. So like even with skeletons, it's like you're undead. Any undead can be quite powerful because you have the negative healing aspect.
Yep, I understand. I missed this, Eric. I need to see more game streams. I have almost 35,000 syrup points. I did not think about how these let you all accumulate so many syrup drops, so I'm sure we'll find some good use for them. We're working towards some more game streams, some more show streams for you, hopefully to the new year. We're working hard on Golem behind the scenes. No, we haven't mentioned that yet. Golem, for anybody who's not aware, is our upcoming show. I'm very, very excited. We're going to be mixing Pathfinder and Starfinder 2E as soon as that comes out, and we are partnering with Moonbeam and a whole bunch of other stuff. So we'll stay in touch.
We'll probably do a whole stream on that soon.
I think that's a really great idea. But if you have any questions or you're curious about that and you're not yet in our Discord, I highly encourage you to do so. Waffles, if you could just do the thing for us, join our Discord if you're not there and come hang out with us. We have a fun little community. Okay, that was my little 2 cents.
I will say, I have been wanting to do like roguelikes on stream, especially roguelikes that like the chat can interact with. So if y'all want that, please let us know.
Look at how cute that is. The little spirit house.
It is very cute. The little spirit house. It's cute now, and it would be very scary in other situations.
That's fair. But for now, I also love the they always do really gorgeous frames for these.
Yeah.
And I love that. Look at all the little spirits. I love it. Okay. Is there anything else specifically? Did anybody have questions about the Animist? Any cool stuff that you want to know about? Otherwise, we'll jump on down. Custodians of groves and gardens. Custodians of groves and gardens. Frequent tended greenery and farmland. I don't know why I read that very poorly. Frequent tended greenery and farmlands cared for by loving stewards and other places of reflection and restoration. How very calm. I love it. All right. Yes, Waffles is quite good at roguelikes. It's a little ridiculous. Monarch of the Fae Courts. Y'all, this is so cool. I didn't know they had all these things. I can see it being something that you take a long time to dive into and figure out your flavor, but I think that's really, really cool. Stalker in Darkened Boughs. Dun, dun, dun. Spooky. All right, let's jump down to our Exemplar. Waffles, last check, any really cool spell or other in Animist that you caught?
I didn't quite go through all because they're like, since they're brand new classes, they're just like, they have literally everything.
Sure.
But I thought Relinquish Control was a really cool feat. It's a first level free action feat. I think it has good flavor.
I'm going to jump to it. Here it is. All right. The apparition takes over and shields you from outside influence. Until the start of your next turn, you gain +4 status bonus on saves against spells. And like you said, it's a free action when your turn begins. Ooh, cool. The only action you can take, however, the only actions you can take are to recall knowledge, step strike, cast an apparition spell, cast a vessel spell, sustain a vessel spell, or use an action that has the apparition trait. Oh, so it's kind of like...
Which is wild because you can't move. You're like giving over control of your body, kind of.
You can step.
You can step, but you can't take a move action. That's what I'm saying. So technically, you can't even get up from prone because that is a move action.
So it sounds like you relinquished control.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's really cool. I like it. All right.
And then I do want to shout this one out. True Channel spell. It's the 20th level feat.
Ooh, let's check it out.
It's one of the few classes I think that I'm not super versed in 2E, but it's one of the few classes that gets this. So I'll let you read it. And
Which one did you say?
True Channel spell.
You are a true conduit for spiritual power, able to unleash the greatest spells. You gain a single 10th rank spell slot and can prepare a spell in that slot using Animist spellcasting. You can't use 10th rank slots with abilities that give you more spell slots or that let you cast spells without expending spell slots.
And for those that don't know, like 9th rank is, if I remember correctly, I think 9th rank is still Wish. And then 10th rank is even more powerful. Like, it gets into, like, world-changing spells.
Sheesh. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. All right. I think it's time for this iconic... Marion, hello!
Hello, hello.
Hi. Welcome. Bleeblespoot. Is that, like... from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? Maybe? Let me know if I'm right. Alright. It just sounds like something from it. If not, it just... Good job, you, for making it up. It definitely sounds like something that would come from Hitchhiker's Guide. But, alright. Exemplar, let's see what this is. As the war god died, his power reigned, like I mentioned before, his power reigned through the many planes of creation, sparking conflict and instilling divine energy in those previously without it. Whether you were directly touched by this power, claimed it from an ancient being or artifact, or whether it awoke something long dormant in your lineage, I like that, a spark of the divine now blazes within your soul, granting you abilities, sacred weapons, and divine signifiers that reach into the realm previously reserved for gods and legends. How you wield these tools and grow your power is for you to decide. You may become a hero or you may turn to selfish ends, but one thing is certain, you intend to carve your epithet in history, immortalized in the memory of gods and mortals alike. So they work off epithets like very, very much. So to me, Exemplar is basically the demigod that you would, if you ever wanted to be a demigod, this is how you do it. I'm very curious how they made basically a demigod into level
Playable.
1, like low level play.
Yeah. I have so I wrote a little thing about this one too. So it's channel divine power through sacred relics or icons and draw power from the epithets that exemplars build for themselves. And so there's like 3 steps of epithets that I think you'll find really cool because I know you like words.
I like words.
You like naming and words, I should say.
Yes, I do.
And it's very similar to that. So.
One of the things I noticed immediately from the description and sort of just like the way they do their summaries for classes, it is very clear that the one thing that they ask, so to speak, if you want to play an exemplar, is to have some grandioseness in mind. It's like one thing is for certain, you intend to carve your epithet in history, meaning like if you are trying to play somebody who's just like, oh, I got stumbled into this world for full of, fate and extreme things, and I just kind of, I'm stumbling through it, but I don't want this for myself, like, that doesn't really feel like something that an exemplar would be. Now, I'm sure you can make anything work, I'm not saying that, but I do like, they're like, if you, for exemplar, you're gonna want to make a big deal. That's interesting. Okay, so do you want me to let's take a quick look here.
Yeah, go glance at the epithets. There's 3 different ones. 3 different what's the word I'm looking for? Like, not 3 different epithets, but 3 different sections, I guess, of epithets that you get to pick from at different levels.
Sure. Let me glance through this and we'll come right down to it. So I laughed at this during social encounters. You're naturally cut a larger than life figure. You may use your personal magnetism to inspire others, or you might be a lone and brooding figure who seldom speaks. I think I like that.
Please don't brood in your roleplay.
I stand in the corner and brood. Okay, where do I go for this? We'll take a quick look at some class features. Wait.
Yeah, feel free to look at what you want, but epithets are like level 3, I think.
Brood's about being told not to brood.
I pull my hood over my eyes and you can't see anything.
A dark shadow casts. Divine spark and icons. I'm just kind of curious how this all works. Within your soul is a tiny spark of divine power, but it's something you've claimed all your own. Oh, you know, that's probably how they flavor it. Like the spark, you haven't like grown the spark, so to speak. Good day from Australia. Hello, Australias. All the Australias, hello.
Would Christian Bale Batman be an example of an exemplar who broods?
What about Bane? Is Bane the exemplar?
I definitely don't think Bane would. Bane was born in the darkness.
Come on, ultimate brood. All right. You can focus this through icons. Okay, items or bodily features. So you could do like, I'm assuming tattoos or something like that, potentially.
Probably.
I just saw something here about eminence and transcendence, and I wasn't sure. I guess they're terms here. One eminence and one transcendence ability. So there's eminence and transcendence abilities that give almost like the special abilities that witch familiars get or something like that, like additional flavor for each icon. Okay. Let's jump down. Look at him. He's so cuts a larger than life figure. See? Look at that grin. I am surprised. Like, I'm curious what y'all think about this, because it's just something that I saw talks about. How when there's basically Exemplar is demigod, and they made this the iconic, and a lot of people mention that they have like this looks like a heavy inspiration from Moana and that demigod, and so I'm just like, is that something that bothers you? Do you wish it was something completely different, or do you like that? I'm just curious where people sit on that, because I remember early on when the what's it called came out, the playtest came out.
Yeah,
there was a lot of talk about it, so I was just curious what y'all think.
Yeah, I think it's like super heavy influence, but
yeah. All right, where am I looking again?
You just passed some of them, so those are the level 7 ones right there that you see. But okay, there you go. Those are the level 3, right? It says root epithet. You see?
Yes. Okay. As your story unfolds, your personality and deeds begin to shape the potential of your divine spark. You come to bear an epithet, a word or phrase that seems to always stick in the mind of those describing you. You're right, Waffles. I will like this.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool how it like it's a perfect way to just naturally grow your character too.
Your epithets grant you additional abilities, especially when your divine spark is brought to the surface. You first gain a root epithet that grants you a skill.
Yeah, so for what it matters, you're gonna. I just want to go real quick. Root epithet is based on your personality.
Okay.
Dominion epithet is based on your dominion over aspects of like the world. And then sovereignty epithet is based on your heroic deeds.
Ooh, and I'm assuming higher level.
Yeah, I think it's 3rd, 7th, and 12th, 11th probably.
So it says choose one from the list below. I immediately assume that people can homebrew as well.
I'm sure, yeah. Seems easy.
The brave, the cunning, the deft, the proud, the mournful. The mournful I'm curious about. To be a hero is to endure countless hardships and stand. We're going with the full-on broody archetype here.
Okay, we're just gonna read out all the epithets for a brood.
Yeah, we're just kind of spitballing a broody exemplar right now.
All right, I like it.
To be a hero is to endure countless hardships and stand where others have fallen, shouldering dreams and destinies in their stead. Feel this weight on my shoulders. The weight may reach your eyes. You bear this burden so that those under you can live smiling. You are trained in diplomacy. Is that broody? Trained in diplomacy.
It's mournful.
Yeah, that's not what I would think it would be, but interesting. After you spark transcendence, your act resonates with bittersweet poignancy, making one enemy of your choice within 30 feet who witnessed the act dazzled as tears or memories dance in their eyes. Oh, this is completely different than what I thought it was going to be.
It's an anti-brood.
Anti-brood. You're the broodiest, and therefore you absorb all the broodiness of everyone around you so that they can be happy. The ultimate brood.
You're the black hole of brood.
This is an emotion and mental effect. Remains dazzled until the start of your next turn. And then they're temporarily immune for 10 minutes. Interesting. Or the Radiant. Also diplomacy, but different. Inspire an ally. Oh, cute. Okay.
I think a lot of them are going to be diplomacy because I think this is a charisma class.
No, but it's not.
It's diplomacy
It's
or
not,
intimidation.
Key attribute strength or dex. It's a strength or dex.
Oh, really? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, that's why I'm partially surprised, I guess. All of them. Let me see.
Yeah.
Brave is athletics. Cunning is deception. Deft is thievery. Proud is
They actually do have a lot of charisma. Proud's intimidation.
intimidation. Yeah, it's almost like someone might need to know going into the exemplar that you should have a strong charisma.
Yeah.
Well, now we know. Cool. Anything else with exemplar?
Just if you wanted to keep scrolling through some of the things.
Oh,
Not to build one, but just to get an idea of like what type they are, because I think they get really cool.
Dominion is the next one you said?
Yep.
And this is claiming dominion over aspects of creation. So 7th level.
Yeah, so you're born of the bones of the earth, or you're a dancer in the seasons.
Ooh, okay. Chat can vote on what our Broody McBroodster is going to take. Wait, whose cry is thunder? I kind of think it's going to be that one. We'll see. Born of the bones of the earth. Your dominion is stone and soil. Pillars holding up. I mean, you have to brood in the shadow of pillars, so that could be useful for you. Energized spark feet. So this is more going to be combat based is what I'm seeing for this, the dominions, potentially.
Looks like it, yeah. So is Peerless Under Heaven is heavy combat based, I think.
I'm going to skip Dancer in the Seasons. That's not broody enough for me. Verse Unbroken. Though you are a warrior, you respect the power of song, oratory, and other arts. Okay, sorry. It's not good enough for me. Peerless. This is all very cool. I am just fucking around.
That's super cool, yeah.
Peerless Under Heaven. For as long as there have been gods, they have made war, and you aim to stand atop the pile. I like this one. This is very Batman. When you critically succeed on a strike, divine skill at arms guides your weapon, granting you the critical specialization effect. Okay.
And if you already have it, then you get a grievous wound, which is wild.
Ooh, nice. And then you strike fear. Wow, this is intense. That's cool. Restless as the Tide, Ocean. Wait, which one?
That one is basically the heavens, the gods, etc. There was not really a thing.
What's the Dominion?
It's under the heavens, so the world. I guess you have dominion over the world. Like, it doesn't really have a very specific one.
Interesting. But it's even more Mr. Rogers. No.
That's not wrong.
I like it, but I don't like that I like it. All right, so then Ocean, you can't. Okay, interesting. Tide is choice of water or cold. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, whose cry is thunder? The sky overhead. Wait, that's the sky.
Sure.
I've been cheated with Peerless Under Heaven. I don't know what area of the world would be.
You have dominion of your divine weapon. I don't know.
I think Peerless Under Heaven it says like it's just war. So you just have to be your dominion is battlegrounds. It's interesting they didn't say that though. Everything else
Peerless Under Heaven's a cop out. Never pick it. No, I'm just kidding.
The sky. Okay, so this one is electricity or sonic. That's always fun. Um,
Sonic is OP.
it is. I like it. Okay, very, very, very cool. So I think we're going under with Peerless Under Heaven for our makeshift creation here. Spirit Strike. This is very, very cool. I think it'd be a lot of fun, but also it's, as with rarer things and like honestly just even things that are released later on, they can tend to be more complex. Definitely probably not the class to play on your first go around touching Pathfinder is what I'm vibing with here.
Yeah. And then the next epithet, I'll just go super quick on it because they sound epic.
Wait.
What?
Thief of Moonlight.
Yeah.
Come on.
They give you some really cool stuff, so you can read Thief of Moonlight if you want, but all of them seem to revolve around like free actions.
Oh, okay. Sovereignty epithet. You said this one was based off of your deeds left in your wake, right?
Yeah, your heroic deeds now that you're level 15.
Cool. So healer of the world. I think that's relatively self-explanatory. Teacher of heroes. No, absolutely not. Our broody guy is just solo, very focused on brooding himself here. So not that one. The last ruler, could always do that. Whether your destiny is monarch or god, the spirit of all rulers past and future grant you an unrivaled commanding presence after you spark transcendence. Okay, I have one thing that I do have to say. If I'm playing an Exemplar and I'm sitting around the table with all of my friends and fellow players and the GM, and I'll be like, okay, I just sparked transcendence. That's really hard to say in the middle of a game. Be like, oh, hold on, it's epic, but it's a very interesting way to say that.
What you do is you have like those old school like lamps that had the threads or like hair that came out of it, that at the end they lit up different colors.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so you just turn those on when you spark transcendence and you don't say anything.
You touch the little static ball.
Yeah.
And you go, oops, I sparked.
Oops.
All right. You can use. What does this do though? Let's look only at the Thief of Moonlight because we know where our allegiance lies here. Your tales are not sung out loud. No, they still live on as cautionary tales in the darkness, in the shadows. See, whispers, tall tales, and half-believed rumors. You walk hidden behind stars, capable of taking anything. The lights of the heavens are not safe from your avarice. After you sparked, as a free action, you can attempt to check to palm an object or steal an item from an enemy within 30 feet. The relocated object simply disappears and reappears in your hand. That's very cool, actually.
Yep.
Hello, Zachryox. That's a cool name too. It's a very popular phrase. Peerless Under the Heaven is very weep coded. All jokes aside, it's a very popular phrase that has origins in Chinese, Japanese culture. That makes a lot of sense, and it definitely sounds like that. It makes sense to me. I feel like I've heard it before even. But very, very cool. I like it. I like our Mr. Rogers Batman that we've created.
Mr. Rogers Batman.
That is the name of the character. Feel free to take and inspire your next creation, your next exemplar. All right. Any really cool feats that you want to touch on, Waffles, that you found?
Not really. A lot of them just like have to do with your spark and your imminence, honestly. Like it's
Oops, I sparked.
yeah, it's a lot of them are like this usage, your icon must be attached to a bow and then you can shoot a special arrow and like et cetera, et cetera.
Sorry, I was listening, I promise, but chat cracked me up.
I see you're laughing at me.
Mr. Bruce Rogers, the undefeated. One brain cell, shared functional cell, excellent.
Alright, I have a question for chat though while we find our next thing. If we had Bruce Rogers as we'll call him the hero/anti-hero, who would be the villain?
Oh, that's a really good one. I have to think. I'll leave it to chat.
You're not supposed to
You're right.
think. You're streaming.
Working. All right. we'll jump through here. Let's, as always, kind of glance at some crazy 20th level thing. Just interesting art.
Yeah, I think their 220th levels are Cutting Without Blade and Reach for Immortality.
I'm distracted by art. I apologize. Cutting Without Blade. That sounds very broody. While tales of your divine icons have spread far and wide, you've realized that as they are all manifestations of your soul, the object itself is unnecessary. You'd know Bruce Rogers would feel this. Your icons disintegrate into golden light. Any icon feats you've taken now apply to any applicable icon you have, not just one. And you can immediately retrain any icon feats you selected more than once. That is OP, but not for 20th level. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Remake the World, I didn't. I actually just saw that one now, but it's okay.
I mean, I'll take a glance at it. I'm curious how that balances, right? Cutting Without Blade as a 20th level feat is clearly a utility choice, like a flavor. Not, it has implication and reality stuff, but like it's not battle necessarily. It's just more flavor and how you work your character. So I'm curious how it compares to something that is a bit more battle oriented.
Sure. I think Reach for Immortality is the most battle oriented, but you can, I mean, Remake the World's not horrible.
You cease aging. Yep. Survive at 0 hit points, purging yourself of any. Okay. But no, but that makes sense. So it's not a hard choice. Like, I would hate to be in the 20th level spot and be like, what do I pick?
Yeah, it's like, don't want to die. You literally, if you go to 0 hit points and die, you heal yourself for half your total hit points. Stand, instantly summon any held icons in your hand, and shift your eminence to any of your icons.
I could see Bruce Rogers doing that, but let's glance at Remake the World. For the briefest of moments, you can reach into the realm of true gods, gaining the power to shape reality to your will. Once per day, you can create the effects of a divine spell of 8th level or lower. Holy shit.
Yeah.
The spell must be common or one to which you otherwise have access, and it costs as many actions as it would typically take to cast. Because you are creating these effects with your godly might rather than casting a spell that can be dispelled or counteracted.
Yeah, cannot be dispelled.
Oh, they can't. Oh, I thought I read that wrong. Yeah, thank you. Very cool. I do still vote for Reach for Immortality because I think it's just a very epic moment. And we all know that Bruce Rogers has a flair for the dramatic. So, all right.
Let's go Bruce Rogers.
It is Bruce Rogers. What is Bruce Rogers? To combine the Joker with something.
Yeah, it's definitely something with the Joker. Let's see.
I don't know.
The Aslanti Joker.
Sure.
Sure.
We could do that. I'll let y'all think about this. I wanted to glance at the icons because these are just like the weapons, right? I just want to see what kind of stuff they have and look at the art, as always. Scar.
Combine Godzilla and Joker. Barney.
Yes.
Perfect.
Done. Sold.
Bruce Rogers v. Barney.
Bruce Rogers versus Barney. And it's the perfect villain because he's so happy and jovial, and that is the Brooder's downfall. I think this is perfect. I appreciate this. It could be a stash. It could be...
They'd probably just get married and go start an orphanage somewhere.
Oh, wow.
Bruce Rogers and Barney.
No, they're mortal enemies.
Dora the Riddler.
No. Oh, man. Interesting. Okay, and then we're going to jump here. Story part 2, we're not going to... I would highly encourage everybody to read and get this book for yourself if you want to read the story that weaves its way through each of these chapters. I do want to touch on Nephilim because I'm always curious when people decide to use names from history and other areas. All right. Otherwise known as planar scions are those party-sized Godzilla. Are those mortals who have been affected by the supernatural essence of the outer planes? Yes, we are familiar with that. So there's going to be all kinds. It's an uncommon heritage. You said, Waffles, you did not really dive into Nephilim?
No, I glanced at them. I mean, you can get the sense of the actual lineages just through these first ones because they're tagged lineage and the rest are feats.
Remind me, this, I believe, was... Am I confusing two things? Nephilim, are they the new ASMRs and tieflings, so to speak, that they mixed into just Nephilim?
I definitely think they're the new tieflings. Probably ASMRs as well.
Maybe chat can help us out here. Let me know if that is correct or not.
It says such as golden eyes, a halo, horns, or a tail. So I'm pretty sure,
Okay.
Nephilim is
I
both.
thought for some reason I already thought this was released, but I'm glad that they're released here.
They were released. I think these are just extra lineages based on, like, the god.
Oh,
dying.
it is. Look, it says it right here. I can read. In addition to the angelic and devilish lineages presented in player core, Nephilim versatile heritage can represent influences from other planes. So this is just introducing all of those. Yes, you are absolutely correct. Aphorites are related to the order-loving beings of Axis. So order is metallic complexions. This word right here that I will not try to pronounce, have been affected by the mythical Valkyries and the Anherjar spirits who raised by the so-called angels of battle. So, wait, is this still under Axis? I'm curious. I wonder what plane that's from. Is
Aeon Bound's under Axis. I know that.
Okay. Let's take a look. Aeon Bound, Axis. It says Battle Bound. Doesn't say.
Battle Blooded.
I can't read today. Don't try to make me read on this day of stream.
You descend from those lives who were touched by legendary Einarjars. That's how I'm going to pronounce that word. Who were crafted from the souls of mighty warriors slain in battle and chosen by Valkyries.
Good job. Thanks for reading. 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Thanks.
Nephilim is basically if they decided to just turn angels and demons into the same group. Yes. Awesome. So they added a lot of Aeon things, different areas from there. Maelstrom, quintessence of the Maelstrom, infinite sea of primal chaos. That would be so much fun. I know y'all would abuse that in the loving way of be like, I'm from a chaos plane, so I can cause chaos. Do it. I dare you.
Oh, you just said the word Maelstrom, but it's the Proteankin.
Proteankin. Yeah, my brain right now looks at, there's a lot of words that are hard
Big
to pronounce.
ADHD brain.
And so my brain just is skipping right over the ones that I don't want to pronounce. And I apologize. Your blood bubbles with the roiling quintessence of the Maelstrom. Yes.
I would pick Fault Spawn for sure. I always have to go with like the oh no.
Bear a grudge inherited from a blasphemous Asura forebear in your bloodline against a particular deity and their works. Find fault reaction. That's fun. That's cool.
That's my brooder. That's Bruce Batman.
Oh, you mean
Bruce Rogers.
Bruce Rogers, thank you. This I love. I saw this as this just the bust of her up above, and they look really, really cool. I don't know who they are. Maybe they're featured in the story, but I think
they're Gonzi.
They're Gonzi, but who is Gonzi?
I have no clue.
They look really badass. I really like them. Okay. We'll kind of skip through here. What a chat.
No worries, Eric. Hope you have a good night.
Have a good night, Eric. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Shirtless man. Gratuitous.
Angel Thor
Who
with
you
an
think he
axe
is?
instead of a hammer.
He's battle-blooded. If you
That makes sense.
if you look here, it says you descend from those whose lives were touched by legendary, who were crafted from the souls of mighty warriors slain in battle.
So his life was touched by Thor.
Well, if you zoom in at very small invisible text, it says to play a battle-blooded Nephilim. Blooded, whatever you want to call it. Battle-blooded Nephilim. You must be shirtless. It's in the fine print. That's why.
Ah,
it is true.
understood.
Exactly. A bleeble spoot. You understand me, Marian. You get it. You get it.
Get it.
All right.
All right. Let's continue.
Let's continue.
Got a couple of archetypes to look through. Maybe we won't dive deep into them, and we still have mythic rules and everything.
Yeah, do remember, y'all, if you have questions, if you're like, hey, what is this, like, we'll scroll back, just let us know. We're happy to do so. Open chat Q&A. I love the art. Look at this. This is really nice. Do you want me to go into into some archetypes now? You tell me, Waffles, where we go from here.
Probably. Let's go through. Let's see. I can mention all of them. We'll go deeper into Bloodrager and Seneschal,
Perfect.
and then we'll hit the mythic rules.
So I'll start here with Avenger just to see what they are.
Yeah.
Most people are aware of champions and clerics. Most obviously a deity's divinely empowered servants. But as the more subtle arm of the church's might have generally grown to accept their necessity, there exists, however, other corners of religious power that churches may be less open about with their lay worshippers. Avengers are one such example. Interesting.
They are rogues.
Secret cloisters hidden from the eyes of casual passerbys. So they're like a religious rogue.
They're like what I imagine like the Red Mantis would be.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, they're like assassins, but they're based on like religion and deities and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Bloodrager. There is a visceral power in blood. It sustains life through its flow. Bloodragers exist throughout societies in different forms. Matangi orcs are demon hunters that turn the power of fiendish blood against its vessels. The Squanqua, protect the tombs of their dead, preserved with containers of their fallen companions' blood. This blood is used by their closest living comrades in combat to utilize lost power and knowledge, or drink during festivities to celebrate once more with their companions in battle. In Ustalav,
that's what they do.
It is. Ustalav cloaked ministers perform rituals with the blood of extraplanar entities to feed and strengthen their congregation against all manner of maladies and horrors. That makes sense for Ustalav. In Kazmaron, divine entities coordinate. Okay. So basically you ingest blood.
Yeah. I wrote down this. So like with everything on this, when I went through it, I wrote down these little blurbs. Mine says Bloodrager, drink blood, get strong.
Excellent.
That's my blurb.
The purple stuff. It says ingest blood to generate magical power. Feel you in combat. And it can transform you. Interesting. So get a dedication, which means that you get some cantrips, you get some spells. What a nice name for a feat. Blood calls blood.
You missed the dedication gives you harvest blood. Quench your last action with a successful piercing or slashing melee strike. You consume the blood lingering on your weapon.
This will be a lot of fun to flavor and play.
Yeah.
Not the blood flavor. You get what I'm saying.
Blood flavor.
Blood flavor. That's cool. This seems like a lot of fun. Blood calls blood. I like it. Spell Trigger.
This was everyone's favorite in 1E because it's like this darkness combined with, I can cast spells as a barbarian.
Every time I have a second to look at chat, I laugh because y'all are funny, and I apologize, Waffles, but you're yes, I agree. Doris or Adam says, "Blood calls blood. Blood got sent to voicemail. Blood is sad." It is. I heard a lot about it, so I'm excited to. I'm feeling this. I don't know. I think it'd be a lot of fun to do to flavor, especially someone who you wouldn't expect to be like this. A Bloodrager, like a sweet little girl.
Like Lana's Leshy Barbarian.
Yes. Shout out to Lana's Leshy Barbarian. We did. Lana did ask me one thing. I know Lana couldn't be here today. Our lovely mod. And wanted to know what would be good fits with their Leshy Barbarian, and I think
Bloodrager.
We found it, Bloodrager. So we'll point you to this, Lana, when you catch the VOD. Excellent.
All right, hit the Seneschal for you because I know you're gonna love it, and then we'll continue on.
Okay. Whether dead or simply missing, your patron has gone silent. I'm excited. And you can no longer hear its whisper. While other witches might find the silence disquieting and lose hope without direction, you embrace this new challenge. Without a governor, you can now realize the true potential of your magic by tapping into the connection you once shared with your absent patron. You are no longer bound by your patron's desires. You are free to forge your own path. I immediately want, without reading anything else, the story would be so cool if you have a patron that you're trying to go against and flavor this Seneschal archetype, like going into this archetype as being like, I'm going to step away and still utilize this or something. Could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Vampire, no, just drink the blood of my enemies and get stronger. Isn't that just a vampire? It's not. It's true.
I love the prerequisite on this says you must be a witch who has lost contact with your patron.
Oh, so exactly the thing that I think you could flavor it though.
Yeah.
Especially if you're the reason that they got mysteriously silent.
Exactly.
You still have access to your abilities. Your familiar is still funneling your patron's power to you. As you learn how to tap into that power, you influence your familiar to mold the power by itself, continuing to learn new spells and provide you with other witch class features. Okay. So you gain more control, but miss important. So that's how they're balancing it. You'll miss important lessons. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't get any lessons.
Interesting.
Because you don't have a patron to teach them to you.
I like it. Multifaceted will.
We do have in chat. Look at the final level of which archetype you basically become a patron.
Wait,
So
stop it.
the level 20 feet.
You have fully realized the ability to serve as a patron. This is so badass. Your newfound abilities enhance your senses, rolling back the veil of a realm hidden to most mortals, where great beings vie for unimaginable influence over vast worlds. You gain dark vision, constant true sight, obviously, and the ability to see into all other transitive planes that overlap the one you are in.
Sheesh.
This is badass. I love it. You can be a patron for other witches.
This is what I always loved about TTRPGs back in the day when I played like a hack of 3.5. The GM that ran it always had like other level 14, level 16, level 20 characters that had been retired by his friends in the world. And so you'd meet like we met a shop owner on the 3rd level of hell that was like one of his level 20 characters. Like it was cool stuff.
That's really, really awesome. I completely agree. Pathfinder level 20 is really cool. The interesting thing for me, though, and this, would I play in a level 20 one-shot? Yes, absolutely. But what I'm so excited about this is, the stories that you get to tell by the time you're level 20. I look at Patron Reborn and I'm like, oh, what story made you this way? Or, where had you get to this point? Because I'm a sucker for that. But it makes me wonder, more than anything, it makes me want more than anything to not just play a level 20 one shot, but get to level 20, get to high level play the hard way.
Yeah, the hard way is 1 to 20. I think the easiest way a lot of people play 12 to 20.
Sure.
It's a common thing to play.
Sure. That'd be fun. I'm down.
You start as a powerful adventurer and then go into godlike stuff.
I will speed run some of these. Vindicator, Undead. Oh, look at this. Look at the art. That's so good.
And Vindicator's Ranger.
Oh, okay. Undead supernatural predators have the ability to blend, so preying on mortals completely unaware of their presence. Vindicators are skilled warriors who use keen analytical talents and spattering of. You're Van Helsing.
Kinda, yeah. My blurb for this was literally follow a deity, use talents to find evildoers of your anti-deity.
Oh.
So you have to choose a deity. You have to be a follower of that deity. You get religion, blah blah blah, and then basically people that are against that deity, you kind of hunt down with your ranger skills.
Absolutely Van Helsing.
Yeah.
So cool. All right. Were these all class archetypes?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these are all single class archetypes that were put in because of War of Immortals.
Makes sense. Warrior of Legend.
Fighter.
Fighter. What's special about it rather than fighter?
You're basically like you've had this legend. It's what everyone tries to make anyway, in my opinion. But you have this legend of like, this is what you'll do with your life. Think Odysseus almost. This is what you'll do with your life, but this is your curse, and you're cursed to die. Like,
Oh.
it's kind of like a real good, real bad.
Odie.
So, like Warrior of Legend dedication, you have been given a powerful blessing of battle that is also your cursed doom.
So do you know your...
I don't think you like
Downfall?
know your death. No, I don't think that.
So it's
And
interesting
I do
to
not.
me.
Yeah.
This one I would need to look further into, which is fine. I'd just be curious.
It also doesn't have a level 20, so it's not like as. I don't think it's as far thought out as some of the others, honestly.
Look, art. I respect this orc right back here in the back of there. They're just like, I got your head.
And all the skeletons are like, no, my head.
I love it. Heracles, the class. Yep. All right, what is next? We got myths and legends. Are we talking about mythic?
Yeah, we're hitting Mythic now, and honestly, Mythic could have been a book by itself, so we probably should speedrun a lot of it.
Yeah, but for somebody who's unfamiliar with mythic, do you want to talk about what it is, or should I scroll to where it tells me what it is? Like this
You can
section.
scroll to where it tells you what it is and fill in any of my gaps. I wrote quite a lot about this because I was hyper interested in it.
Sure,
So.
go for it. Take it away.
So Mythic Rules, while all Pathfinder PCs are heroic, they could be a farmer, an acolyte of Nethys, or a studied wizard. Mythic adventures instead possess fantastical powers that often defy logic, even at low levels, some of which can control the narrative of the game and the world. So instead of hero points, you get mythic points.
Interesting.
There's a thing called mythic proficiency. It's above legendary proficiency in terms of numerical value. And basically, you're like, I'm going to roll an athletics check with a mythic point. And so now you're rolling at like a plus 12, even if you're a level 2 character.
So the way I like this little way the phrase thing here is regular play. Playing, level 1
Yeah.
wizard, whatever.
Yeah, be careful with the words you use because mythic characters are still can be level 1. You can start at level 1 and become mythic.
Sure. I'm going to use the words that they use here.
Yeah.
Imagine basically what you're expecting with Pathfinder play for anybody who's played normal, regular Pathfinder 2e. While such stories are far from mundane and may encapsulate high fantasy themes, they still fall short of being truly mythic. New game plus character. Yes, that's exactly how I would say it. Yes.
New game plus, and you start with all your leftovers of your last roguelike run.
A mythic campaign is one which players and GM work together much more closely to shape their shared story than might otherwise be the case. Players having
It's kind of what we do already, which is why I thought it was cool. Sorry.
Yeah, that is cool. The players have an increased responsibility to work with the GM and each other to make sure the shared stories of their characters combine into a cohesive whole, while the GM must release some of their control over the game world to the players. So you said instead of hero points, there's something else? What is that?
That's called mythic points.
Here it is. Take the place of hero points, allowing mythic characters to perform fantastic deeds that exceed normal limits. Whereas the primary purpose of hero points are to protect the characters from failure and death, mythic points significantly increase the character's chances of succeeding with whatever check they use them on. So it just helps you be more epic, is what I'm hearing.
Basically, yeah. It's like, so my best way to say it is like Name of the Wind. Book 1 would be a normal Pathfinder story. Whereas like the Odyssey is a mythic story.
Interesting. Okay.
That's how I think about it, at least. A lot of ways you earn mythic points is by like you fell a mythic creature or you complete a mythic deed. So I'm like imagining all these like very specific story points.
The more I hear about this, the more I do definitely think in retrospect that here's my theory, and get in the comments, yell at me in the comments, do whatever you need to do if you disagree.
Do it. Yell at her.
It sounds to me I've noticed that perhaps players that come from a D&D background expect or have, I mean, this is not, I'm not shitting on anybody here. This is my, like, what I found as a trend potentially. Expect gameplay a bit more like this because of the loosey-goosey, like, ability to shape things and kind of make calls that I've found is more often done with D&D. And then they come here and they kind of want to play a mythic story.
Yeah, I'll say 60%. Yes, 100%, and then I'll lower it down to 60 to say, but in Pathfinder fashion, they put it into very specific rules.
Yeah.
That's not super loosey-goosey anymore. It's like, you have mythic points, so you can do this. You can still die. Here's how.
It just makes me wonder if somebody coming from D&D to Pathfinder, if I were to play a mythic story with them first, would they enjoy it more than if they had played just Pathfinder? Because Pathfinder in general is more rules-based. This mythic style of play is still Pathfinder. It still has the rules like you just said.
It's just as rules-based, if not a little more. But
right.
You can...
So if they have to transition to more rules anyways, would they enjoy mythic more? I don't know.
There's a big question mark there. So, like, yeah. You are very much more powerful and harder to kill. That is, like, the big thing. So, like, you start with 3 mythic points. If you... Hold on. Let me go down to death and dying real quick.
Oh, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, you go down to death and dying. But, like, when a mythic character's dying value would reach an amount sufficient to kill them, like 4, they instead increase their doom value by 1 and stabilize at 0. A mythic character doesn't permanently die until their doom value reaches 4, and then a full night's rest just decreases the doom value by 1. So, like, it's very, very hard to kill them.
Interesting.
Like, they have to be constantly moving. Again, I think the Odyssey or something, like, they have to be constantly moving, constantly fighting, or you're not going to kill them.
You have to have the gameplay and the story be, like, just more grandiose.
Yes.
Let me go back up real quick. I want to hear how Paizo explains telling a mythic story, just because I don't want to use my own words when they give me the words. Adventures and campaigns can be presented and experienced in a variety of ways. Yes. Mythic stories are ones where the players have a somewhat larger agency. Central figures of the campaign in a way they might even be more true than in standard game, and they also have the ability to overcome obstacles that standard characters might not be able to overcome. So just everything we said. Okay, I thought there'd be more to that. I don't have experience with mythic play, and it's interesting to me. I think to really get a proper feel for it, I would need to play it. I'm curious, but I also think this may not. I'm like just kind of more of a sadist or something. I just like. Wait, is that the wrong? I might use the wrong word. Shit.
Huh. Clip it.
Masochist.
Sadist was the right word, actually.
Was it? Okay.
Unless you're talking about being a GM, but if you're talking about playing, sadist is the right one.
Maybe. I like fighting for my wins. I like.
Yeah, you like the gameplay being rough. You don't want to go into an easy game and just hack and slash.
Yeah. So I don't know that Mythic is.
Yeah, the big thing about Mythic, if you'll scroll down a little, is everyone in Mythic gets a calling.
Yes. Okay. Is this here? The calling?
Yeah. I think a little farther down. I think. I was gonna take you to the actual, like, the callings themselves.
Oh, sure. Oh, right here, mythic callings. Okay.
Yeah, so these are different things that are supposed to, like.
They have edicts and anathemas too. I see.
Yeah, and they're supposed to, like, take your character a certain way, a certain story. Like that kind of thing. Like, you have a sage's calling, you have a guardian's calling.
Acrobat's calling. Listen.
I'm sure you can make your own very easily out of this.
That helps a lot, actually, in my eyes, of like what pulls you to the story as a player. Like you're as a player, having that in your mind outright kind of keeps the story flowing in the right direction. I think that's a really nice way to do it.
Yeah, like, to be honest, if I had to guess, if there was any way to guess at it, the Critical Role Season 1 would be a mythic story.
Sure.
They all had very specific callings and what they needed to do, like each character.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think. But if that makes any sense.
It does. Caretaker's calling. You have a deep-seated divine directive to care for others. And your power might one day grow to allow you to heal an unimaginable wound. Okay, so like an ultimate healer, care for Hagrid, handler's calling. Instinctive urge to care for wild creatures, care for magical creatures. It's the name right there. Okay, hunter's calling. Okay. I like it. Oh, that I was just not expecting to just scroll down and see an arm. I was like, what's this?
Oh, the arm.
Arms that cut the waves.
Yeah, these kind of give you feats that you like. These are what you would spend your mythic points on, kind of thing.
Oh.
So like
Wait,
when
it's
you
a feat though, so you're not spending mythic points. Oh, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You can instead
Like-
spend a mythic point to hold your breath for 10. Oh, so the feats instruct you on how you can use your mythic points.
Yep.
That's interesting. I do like whatever artist got the instruction to be like, I just need an arm to swim.
Give me a wet arm.
Yeah, a wet arm, please.
Scroll down, then you get the eye. So
Oh no. And you know what? And an eye too. They're like connected? No. Just an eye separately.
But imagine this. This is a level 4 feat. Mythic power grants you speed to rival beast and demigod. Spend a mythic point for the next minute. You gain 10-foot status bonus to all your speeds and are quickened.
Wait, can you tell me what I'm so I can pull it up on the screen?
It's Godspeed right above the eye.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. So you can spend the extra action to stride, step, or leap. So like you're just super fast. You're like Kahlua from Hunter x Hunter.
That's awesome. I did have to go for speed. That's how you.
And that's a level 4 character. Now imagine getting down to like a level 16 feet or something.
Yeah. Hello, DJ. Thank you so much for popping in. Yes, as we mentioned a little bit ago, Golem is coming in the new year. So we're looking at Q1 2025, early 2025, if everything goes to plan. And thank you so much. Yes, we got married. It was lovely. So thank you. Yeah, so early 2025, like Waffle said, we might do a whole stream about it. So we get y'all some updates, when we get to that point. But, we have, we're talking with some folks. We are, graphic design getting ready. Like we're a lot of irons in the fire.
Yeah,
We're
we
very
got
excited.
everything in the works, and all the people that supported us are making it a lot easier.
Absolutely. All right. What? Wait. Correct the story.
I didn't see that one. Where's that?
Well, it's an image on page 83, but where is it? What is it? Who knows?
Oh, I see it. It's on page 83, in top right-hand corner. An enemy critically succeeds at an attack roll or saving throw. You know the story of your journey well and can correct it when your enemy tells it incorrectly. Spend a mythic point. The enemy must re-roll the trigger and attack roll or save and take the new result.
Am I not seeing it?
I'm on page 83, all the way up.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that's page 83.
It is. It's page 83.
Page 83 has the eye on it.
Oh, that's page 82.
Oh, well, you're wrong.
I'm right. All right. An enemy. Okay. Well, now you read it already, so. Here it
Yeah.
is. Okay. Cool.
It's really cool, really powerful stuff that easily happens at a fail, and you can just change the fail.
So overall, looks like the book also has a little bit from the GM side of things for Mythic, designing Mythic encounters, gameplay, kind of snapshots of expectations from 1 through 5th level, 6th through 10th, 12th to 20th, which is really, really nice. We won't go into everything, but again, grab the book and take a look at it if you want to try your own Mythic campaign. I think that'd be fun. And
Yep. They have so much lore. Like the next
the Gazetteer.
the next like 20 pages are just huge Mythic lore about people. They do mention
This is so badass.
one Rune Lord.
They mentioned a Rune Lord.
Yeah, it's a very, very small mention.
Okay, we won't touch upon it. It's okay. Waffles and I are just personal big fans of the Rune Lords.
I think it's Queen Sorcian, honestly.
Ooh. Right now there's no Rune Lord dedication anymore, at least in Pathfinder Society. They took that out. So I do know that the next don't know if it's the next one soon. One of the next books coming out, they mention Rune Lords again, so I'm very excited to learn more about that. So if anybody hears anything, come to our Discord and tell us, because I want to know everything about the way they're remastering the Rune Lords. Anyways, this is a badass image, and it was spooky and creepy, and I liked it, and very MC-isher of them.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna jump down here. Oh, it's spooky stuff. I don't like it. Jump scare.
I like that one. Jump to 102 or maybe 101 for you. I think you'll enjoy that.
I know, it's okay. This one, this beautiful image.
Nope. Up more.
Ooh.
That one, yeah. I thought that was kind of cool. That's like showing a mythic battle that's like part of the Godsrain over Tianxia.
This is Godsrain over Tianxia, like where they were fighting it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
I imagine that's a mythic battle.
Look, its tail. Its tail's a snake. Spoilers.
Yeah, it's a chimera.
Oh, that's really cool. This is turned into an ASMR.
ASMR.
All right. Okay, anything else?
They have all the paths to immortality, and then just mythic monsters, items, and artifacts that I figured you could just find some fun art and be
happy with. Amazing.
Yeah,
Black Myth Wukong Pathfinder. You probably could. You absolutely could.
Honestly, yeah.
With the Tianxia World Guide and everything, I guarantee you could make that happen. What is Paths to Immortality? I would like to know.
It's way you come. When a mythic character reaches level 20, they receive an archetype that includes a capstone feat that allows various forms or directions towards immortality.
So this is still in the subset of Mythic.
Yeah, it's like if you survived a level 20 on Mythic, here you're like inching into godhood. I think one of them has actually become a god, honestly.
So here, this has a nice little summary page, so let's kind of just glance at that, I think, and we'll be happy. The Apocalypse Rider is for characters whose ultimate goal is to join the ranks of the Riders of War, Death, Famine, and Pestilence, becoming the greatest of demonkind. The Archfiend is for characters who know it's better to rule in hell than serve in heaven and want to become greater devils or demon lords. That's really cool. You can like, it makes me like when we get Golem going down the line, it makes me want to play a mythic one-shot or short series and embed those people into the lore of the world.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I'm down.
Ascended Celestial is for characters whose deeds earn them a place amongst the hosts of the upper planes. My Pathfinder character has at least 17 layers of immortality. Yeah, well, mine has like 18, so... The Beast Lord for characters whose legend is closely tied to a powerful companion. The Broken Chain for characters who hold the ideas of heroic defiance, overthrowing tyrants and promoting freedom above all else. That's cool. The Eternal Legend for characters whose martial skills ensure that they can never truly die so long as their deeds are remembered, which is basically how I like to view deities, to be honest. But then there's the Godling for characters who are determined to claim a place among Galarian's deities. As we go through these summaries, let me know if anybody's interested in glancing at any one in particular, and we will pop in on that one. I'm a little bit curious for Godlings. I want to see how they handled that.
I'm interested in Wild Spell, honestly.
Okay. I haven't gotten there yet. Okay. The Prophesized Monarch for characters who lead a band of stalwart allies to claim a kingdom for themselves. Okay. The Wild Spell for characters seeking to become one with magic itself. Ooh, I'm interested in that one too. Okay. Any other ones that y'all want us to let us know? If we're not, otherwise we will jump to Godling first. Yeah?
Yeah.
To Godling.
To the godling.
I do like to jump through and see any art.
Yeah, they get heavy on the art down
This
here.
is the is this the wizard iconic, I believe? I forget what he is. Is he the wizard iconic? Don't yell at me for not knowing my iconics.
Alchemist iconic, I think. I don't know what page you're on actually. So
Archfiend, 114. Archfiend. Okay, we can do that.
Bard.
Bard. That's what I said. Don't
The
roll
Apocalypse
tips.
Rider was the Alchemist iconic though.
Oh, did they? Look at her, my queen. Oh, I'm already excited for Archfiend. Okay.
Oh, you had the Archfiend.
Yes, because she's amazing. I'll jump up for the art, and that's it. Oh, there he is. Look him go. Okay. I love her so much, my witch iconic. Fiends are legion from the scheming tyrannical devils and the sinful soul coveting demons. Okay, you said you can make contracts and have your own realm of devil minions. Stop. Malak. Okay, let's see. Archfiend feats, dedication. You've begun to make plans for your own personal realm for once you're destined to rule. Okay. Then you get to manifest your realm, which is really cool. Don thy fervor. Ooh. These are fun.
Yeah, these are big fun stuff.
This
is when
this
you
is
get
what
into
I'll do. This is where
huge
I'll go.
things.
Waffles.
What?
This is something that I apologize. I'm doing this on a stream, but I just had the epiphany.
No, goodness.
Grizz and Koss.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, that's what I thought of when I saw like Archfiend for sure.
that's amazing. It's a reference for us. That Grizz and Cosmit are the characters in which Waffles and I met with, played in D&D, and we've been wanting to make them in Pathfinder for a while. We played them up to high levels, and they got married, and so did we. It was very cute. We have to one day write up our meet cute story.
How'd you meet your wife? On a Discord server, I was Grizz, she was Cass, you know.
She was a tiefling. It was hot. Okay, profane bargain. Is this the one? You can strike a profane bargain with a willing sapient creature. The creature promises to never take hostile actions against you, never lie to you, never speak of this bargain, and to either perform or refrain from performing one other specified task, such as paying your specific sum every year, gifting you their firstborn child, or never speaking. Oh. Duval, hey. I think now that you're here and joined us, we were talking about mythic play. So I won't go over everything again, but it is a more epic way to play Pathfinder. It is a alternate rule set of a kind, and I kind of have a feeling that you'd really like it.
And it's right up the Duval alley.
It really is. You can do a lot of really badass things, and instead of hero points, you get mythic points that you get to just affect the story with. It's a lot more like players and the GM will make the story together. You can spend mythic points and do epic shit. So I think you'd really like it. This is a Path's Immortality. When you reach level 20, you can become an Archfiend and have your own thing and write contracts, and it's very, very cool. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Imagine if you make a setting where gods of the Pantheon were PCs at one point, and then you can make smaller scale stories with normal characters within that. Yeah, that would be really, really cool. Then someone makes a champion who worships that other one mythic PC who is now a god.
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be super, super cool.
What Mythic allows you to do is continue to build the same world for multiple campaigns, in my opinion.
I think that's badass. Okay, so we did Archfiend. I will jump down pretty things.
It's going to be a lot of pretty art. Skip it.
No. Hiss. Look at it. Look at the baby. How could I skip that?
The tiger.
Broken. It's not a tiger. It's a snow leopard. Goodness gracious.
It doesn't even say that.
I have eyes.
No. It says 1 life, 2 vessels. It basically says if your beast dies within 30 feet of you, you get its consciousness and can bring it back to life the next day.
Good. Skip it since it's not a tiger. Yeah, skipped. Done.
Yeah, skip it.
Is it bad that the deities who were once PCs plot reminded me of the plot of Minecraft story mode? I've never played it, Adam, so you'd have to tell.
Yep.
Come into our Discord and tell us the story of this Minecraft story, man. Mythic PC becomes Asmodeus, becomes main villain for next setting. I'm getting ideas. I'm getting
exactly.
ideas, guys. This is good.
All right. Godling is actually rare. That's something I didn't notice.
Oh, okay. I'm going.
Yeah, I'm keeping you on pace here.
Okay, Godling. Whew. Galarian has seen more than one mortal experience apotheosis and ascend to the ranks of its many deities. Yes. So is this a way to do it without the Starstone? Many current deities found ways to ascend without the aid of a magical meteorite, instead carving their own path to greatness through their deeds and actions. Sick.
Yeah. Aurori, God of Enlightenment.
Yes, we know all about Aurori. Well, I do. I did a lot of research for something that never came to pass, and it's okay. The personal perfections of his mind. Yes. So this is just examples.
I never knew this. I actually never knew this. Can I read Nethys real quick?
Yeah.
Nethys, god of magic, attained such immense mastery of magic as a mortal that he was able to witness everything that transpired across every plane of existence, an accomplishment that fueled his own divine ascension. Hey, that's wild.
Just a regular Tuesday for Nethys.
Yeah, just a regular Tuesday. Like, I know everything now. Thanks.
Wild. Ooh, let's talk about Old Mage Tembe. In the Mwangi Expanse, it is believed that members of Old Mage Tembe's 10 magic warriors, Jacob, still linger as immortal demigods, and that those they choose as their hierophants are candidates to receive the title of magic warrior themselves. How would that be interesting?
I think is it Aerophants? Because the word is air. Like, they choose as their heir.
Hierophant. I don't know. All right. Okay, this is a lot of lore, which is cool, honestly, in terms of it. But I want to know how we become a godling. So feat 12. Your calling allows you to begin walking the path of true
Beeblespoot corrected me. Let's ban them. I'm just kidding. It is not air. I'm wrong. It is higher, like hierarchy.
Wow, Waffles, I thought you could read.
I'll just drink my beer.
Skip over the word deific because I can't pronounce it. Your first follower is your hierophant, the high priest of your new faith. So at level 12, you get to just be like, you are going to spread my religion. Welcome, your priest. Take this ribbon. I'll do like you just do it to your best friend, and your best friend's like, I guess, sure, dude. That's how I'd play it.
Sure,
I guess. When you gain this feat, choose one willing ally to be your hierophant. Come on. Be like, all right, my best friend, my buddy Bill, back home, went to high school together. You're my high priest now, buddy. If your hierophant dies or chooses to part ways with you, you can designate a new hierophant by communing with the chosen ally for a period of 24 hours. Cool. Let's have a meeting.
Let's go have a meeting. Sorry, I'm banning Duvo.
Wait, why'd you delete Jacob?
Because he said he thought I was smart.
Stop bullying our friends. I leave you alone in chat for 5 seconds.
I could have banned him for 96,400 seconds.
You already did that, though.
That's true.
I was gonna be Waffles Priest, but now nope. Oh, amazing. Okay, so let's look at some of the cool stuff that you can do. So you get to claim your domains. That makes a lot of sense. You can claim up to 3 domains, maximum of 4. Because you're still mortal, you have to pick one. I think that's really cool. Divine Invulnerability. You're not yet a god. You can invoke a measure of omnipotence. Omnipotence? This is one of those words that I've read a lot, and my brain always read it as omnipotence, but I don't.
I'm an omnipotence person.
I feel like I've also heard omnipotence.
For sure.
Welcome to WafflesMapleSyrup's pronunciation stream.
I think you have to say omni with everything, so I say omnipotence. Because omnipotence doesn't sound good.
Okay. I'll let chat decide. Spend a mythic point. You gain resistance to all damage equal to half your level for 1 minute as your aura smolders with power. Don't y'all want to smolder? Come on. All right, receive prayers. Ooh, this is cool. You open your senses to prayers of mortals. You can. This is. I love it. They just have like, here. You want to be a deity? Start hearing this shit. This is so cool. Absolve sins. You forgiveness is without limit. The path of penance can be painful. So, you spend a mythic point. Each enemy within a 30-foot emanation takes 14d6 mental damage as you force them to reflect upon their sins and misdeeds.
Yep.
Badass. Font of life or death. As you reach a higher power, you choose either heal or harm. You gain that spell as an 8th rank. Innate spell you can cast
so like
3 times per day.
So like you could be a barbarian just casting heal 3 times a day at 8th rank, because innate just means that you get it, period. It's part of you.
You get to basically invoke a spiritual weapon on an ally, I think, or something like that. You get your favorite weapon. You and your BFF Jill both treat this weapon as a simple weapon for the purposes of proficiency. And then they get the critical specialization effect. That's cool. All right, let's jump to like a level 20.
Yeah, I go to the level. I mean,
godhood.
Yeah, it's the real one.
You complete your apotheosis into living godhood, allowing you to empower more followers. You can serve as the deity for classes with a deity feature, such as clerics, and empower them to cast divine spells with their class feature. When you serve as the deity in this way, you can provide any aspect of a deity stat block, like domains or favored weapons, that you yourself have acquired from a godling feat. In addition, you can choose one skill you are legendary in to act as your divine skill. So you gain a deity block.
Yeah.
On Nethys.
You gain a deity spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing. Very, very, very cool.
If you die after assuming godhood, only your mortal body perishes and you continue your existence as a deity.
That's awesome. That is super cool. Super, super, super cool. Okay. So I'm going to skip this one, though it is cool. Oh, that's really badass, actually. To go to Wild Spell, because Waffles, you were curious about this one.
Yeah.
You become one with magic? Is that what I'm hearing with this one?
Yep.
Magic was woven into the universe from its creation. No, I'm not going to read all that like that. Don't worry. The power isn't distributed evenly. Ley lines, mana droughts, magic storms are areas where this power waxes and wanes. We use regular people use tiny fragments of the power, but few can draw greater amounts. You've tapped into... So I feel like Nethys went the Wild Spell route, is what I'm hearing. Potentially.
Possibly, yeah.
You've tapped into a nigh unlimited well of magical energy and become so attuned to it that magic flows through the fabric of your being. Trickle of mystic power constantly radiating from you. You might have reached this state through intense study, years of meditation, revelation, as a gift from a powerful entity, or just through the natural progression of your inherent ability. Or it's like you could have found it through all these ways, or you're just really good at your job. Or you're just good. Welcome, Shlomo. Hi. All right. So I do like lore so much. I do want to see some of the other ones, but I'll come back to this because I know we've been taking it. Oh, I will jump to anything that is Magambia though, just for ONO sake. Okay. Teachers at the Magambia are concerned about a young student named Makosa, who has begun to exhibit signs of being a nascent wild spell.
Spoilers.
I'll be honest, I don't even know if that's in the book.
That's the next adventure path in Magambia.
Maybe. Or they're there. I don't know. Okay. Let's glance at some of the cool stuff. Any ones that caught your attention, Waffles, or have you not glanced at these yet?
I haven't glanced at them. I'm glancing now. I think
spell. Wait, can I check that one out? Yeah, go
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, okay, spell network. Your aura links your friends together.
Yeah.
So while you're in this stance, an ally within your spell surge aura can treat any other ally within the aura as the point of origin for a spell they cast. You're just this like hive network of spell casting. That's really cool. And then imbue spell, you pass the energy of your magic onto an ally, allowing another to release the spell. Upon completing the casting of a spell, I'm just gonna force you to cast a spell.
Yeah, you cast this
You
for me real
cast
quick.
this. But you expend the spell slot and whatever point, like focus point, normally at any point during the next hour, that ally can release the energy of the spell with a single action. So I'm just like, here, boop, I deposited this fireball in you. Have fun. Imagine if Hideaki became this and he'd just be like, you look a little sad, friend. Here, take a fireball. Have fun with it. Oh no. All right. Mystical flare. Should I jump to higher level?
I like Mystic Life Surge. Or Mystic Life Force, my bad. It's wild I can barely like comprehend exactly how it's supposed to work, but it's like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Mystic Life Force, feat 20. Magic energy. So Faclebot, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking that kid in the Magambia that was his pen pal.
Oh, the pin pal.
One day he's just like, hey kid, how you doing? Want a fireball?
That kid's around. Fireball, fireball.
Okay. Magic energy sustains you, supporting your form far beyond the capabilities of mere flesh. You can't die, except due to old age, as long as you're under the effects of an ongoing spell or within your spell surge aura. So you cannot die if you're tapped into... I'm just perma sustain.
Yo.
That's crazy. So if I've just had like... I'm trying to think, what are some sustain spells? Like...
I mean, magic armor. No, that's not sustained. Just kidding.
Isn't there one that is usually kind of rough, but like has an aura around you?
Oh, like Bless and Bane, basically.
Yeah, I'll just have Bless forever. Amazing. I would give it to a beggar asking for coins. They just look in horror. They're like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I would be a troll. I would be such a troll with this.
Pay your tithes next time.
The kid, I love my best friend Hideaki because he's a hero. He has a dragon and he gives me fireballs. That's 100%. And when he says that, his eyes light up and there's like little flames that go. Love it. Okay. If you die for any reason, you transform into a magical font attached to an allied creature of your choice within a mile.
This is wild in a way I can't like quite understand it, I guess, but
The creature
this
gains
creature gains. Yeah, go for it.
knowledge of the embodied font ritual, we'll see below, to return you to your corporeal state. So you just kind of like, hey, I know I know my body just died, and I'm just like a bunch of magic. I'm just gonna jump onto you until you make a ritual to put me back in my body. What the fuck?
Yeah, and not only that, but like keep reading.
Until you've restored once per hour, you can cast Spell Surge centered on the chosen creature. You still make all choices for the Spell Surge and can take action allowed by the spell, though you can take no other action. Oh,
You're just chilling.
I need a level 20 mini series. Mini shot, because I need more than a one shot, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you absorb scattered energy of other failed spells as a reaction and recharge your... Wow. That is so cool. All right, I think that's... Oh, look. Pretty art.
Pretty
I'm
art.
easily entertained. Okay, Mythic Vault. What do we got here? This is just equipment and things like that. Okay.
Yeah, I figured we could just scroll through some, see some nice like art and stuff while we're kind of heading out, maybe.
That sounds good. So we're gonna glance as like we did last time through some artifacts. I did want to see
The monsters, actually.
the mythic artifacts. Oh yeah, and we can do some monsters.
The monsters are at the very, very bottom. I wanted you to see at least the Oliphant because it's tied to Rune Lords.
Ooh, okay, we'll do. As we kind of finish through here, once more, if you have any last questions you want us to jump back to, let us know before we wind down. Let's see. What is storied equipment? Just thematic association with the characters from folklore. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So we're gonna jump down from here. I do find it funny when you're like trying to draw armor, but it's like there's nobody in it, so it's just a little hunch dude. All right. Mythic artifacts. This is part where I wanted to look into, because we mentioned this earlier, and I'm curious if they put it here or if this is somewhere else, where when Gorum exploded and all pieces of his armor became basically meteorites falling down, that they were turned into mythic artifacts.
I believe so. I don't know if they put it here. I did give it like a really quick glance over.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't think he just turned into artifacts, but I think these are things that you can like say that were him.
Interesting. So final snatching even a single loose scale from the kaiju. I forgot about kaijus. Is an impressive feat, but one daring young woman known as Kapitu the Quick managed to pluck an entire sackful during one of Agira's titanic battles with her arch-rival Magaru. During the fight, sheared off a flap of Magaru's hide, which Kapitu was also able to retrieve by darting between the kaiju. So they just collected it, and then they made a cloak out of it. She traded it. It's just, I like there's like stories about it, which is really cool. So then this, for example, any kaiju within a 5-mile radius can sense the presence and nature of the item. Whew, that's a decision.
Yeah.
Oh, but then you can commune with a kaiju? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is the step up from everything.
So this would be a nice little like kind of templating for, because here they give you a section with like, here's a little bit of lore for this mythic artifact, how it came to be, and here is a level 21 item, for example, and that you can kind of, I'm sure, use to inspire you to create your own. Is there anything you went through tonight that you would have immediately added to O&O? Oh, that's such a good question. Yes. Yes. And it has to do with so I don't think you were here for this, Jacob. There was a archetype for witches that leave their patron. Sorry, that's not true. For witches that lose connection with their patron. And that kind of inspired me to think of a bunch of ideas that I could have done for higher level than the initial ideas that I had. So it's really, really cool. And the level 20 of that, Jacob, just to put out there, is you can become your own patron and start having other people.
Yeah. I was going to say not your own patron.
You can become a
patron
patron yourself. Yes, you basically get so powerful. It's so cool. I thought it was really awesome. So that's a great question. Thank you. All right, so very cool. So here's some of the art from some of those things.
There's so much, honestly.
I'm sure. Mythic.
Every single creature you go through, like all the mythic creatures, have like stories behind them that you could weave into entire like campaigns. They're like, here's low levels, here's mid levels, here's high levels.
Question about mythic spells, Waffles.
Yeah.
Because they're mythic spells and they have the mythic tag, does that mean they are stronger?
Yes.
Like very specifically?
Yes. Yeah, very specifically. They're going to be ranked the same level, but like if it's a level 12 spell, it'll be like a level 15 spell, if that makes sense. That's not how spell ranks work. But like, so if it was a rank 3 spell, a rank 3 mythic spell, then it would be a rank 5 or 6 normal spell.
Okay. Oh, here's one. It is written, spell 4. You envision a future for yourself, confident in the certainty that this vision is your destiny. Before the duration ends, if you would attempt an attack roll, perception check, saving throw, or skill check that would aid in the fulfillment of this destiny, you can attempt to roll this at mythic proficiency.
Yep.
It's like, here,
and
you're gonna make it happen.
like a mythic proficiency is like plus 12.
Yeah. It's just like you're way more likely to make this happen. Cool. Very, very cool. Game becomes screw working for Cthulhu. I become Cthulhu. Call it syrup. Yes. Can make your own court within your party. Yeah.
All right, scroll down to the Oliphant real quick.
Yes. Where is it?
You'll see a lot of cool art stopping any of them you care for. It's quite down.
What? The...
And it's like the beginning of the Mythic Creatures. Some are scary, be careful. There's a spider. Spider coming up.
Content warning spider. I'm gonna skip that. Mythic monster templates. We'll skip all of this. Here's the... Oh, what the fuck?
That's the spider.
That's not a spider. That is...
It's kind of a spider.
That's a...
I think it has 8 legs.
Nightmare.
It does have 8 legs. It has 8 legs and 2 arms.
Okay. Just gonna keep on scrolling. Oh, look, I know this lich. Looks familiar. Just the art.
This is a mythic lich.
My bad. Oh, that's a pretty bird. What is this? Mythic Griffin. Mythic Griffin.
So this is kind of what I was talking about. I don't want to go super into it. But Demon Lord Vulat. And then there's like a Cult of Minion 1 or something. Like these are literally kind of laid out lore-wise and then level-wise to make your own like game on.
Oh, like lore to...
Yeah, like scroll down a little to the Cult of the One and Mini. Because I like his art.
Yes, but I will joke real quick that like we're scrolling through these like big demons and like crazy creatures, and then I'm just like, oh, just a bunch of guys sitting around a fire. Anyways,
and they're mythic warriors, bro.
Where am I going to? This guy?
Yeah, and see how it says low level campaigns 1 to 7, and so like it lays out how to do this.
This dude looks so cool.
Yeah.
I want to learn everything about him now. So this is just inspiration for amazing campaigns.
Yeah, his name is Vulat.
You know who he reminds me of? Who inspires, like, maybe was inspired by, I couldn't think of the right order of those words.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Also, if y'all haven't seen, I have a Nezuko chair now, and I'm happy.
All right, now you got to scroll down a lot. You're going to scroll through a lot of these that have like high-level campaigns and things you do with them.
Okay. Oh, this guy looks so cool. He's like a Loki type. Sorry. I'm going to keep going.
Eventually around 193, you'll find the Oliphant.
Kaijus. Yes! Muzan, or Muzan. Muzan? How do you say it? That one. Yes, 100%. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Ooh, the Oliphant. Here we go. This one?
Yeah.
Asia Bacon. What am I looking at? Some of his story?
Just mainly him and kind of like everything that comes from him. You can like, there's ways to put him in your story, but he's attached to the Rune Lords.
Is he? Be easy to assume that an iconic example of a legendary threat to the world, the Oliphant of Jandale, is beyond the purview of most adventuring campaigns. However, including the Oliphant as an aspect of your campaign can create interesting game opportunities through all levels of play. I will.
Yeah, here it is. Rescue the Oliphant is like a thing, mission kind of that they can give you, and then under it says, it's a little down. It's on your left, a little down, basically.
Oh, with another spider.
This is Gimel, the third Rune Lord of Greed, is best known for his legendary feat of summoning the Oliphant to thwart an invading army.
I did forget that they named the third Rune Lord Gimel.
Yeah.
Which is the third letter of the Hebrew alphabet. Anyways, it's best known. It's like when everybody named things like Aleph. Like you'll see Aleph a lot because it's literally A, like the letter A
Yep.
in Hebrew, the first letter. Anyways, is best known for his legendary feat of summoning the elephant. Summoning with success, he wasn't able to control it. So there's just a lot of really cool lore. Ooh. Very, very, very cool. So lots of inspiration for mythic monsters and their stories. Yo, who's this badass? Bringers of inspiration. Sublime Breath. Sublime Breath carries a single tool, prop, or instrument. So he is a Sublime Breath, is what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
I like how they do it too, because like they give you like level 6 mythic creatures that like, so you're not just like always fighting a freaking Tarask or something.
The form of art. So they are like a muse almost, like incarnate.
Similar, I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. And this is all me guessing without really reading. So, but yes, he's cute.
There's also a weaver of webs somewhere, but
Feet.
feet. That goes with the arm.
Yeah. Under the surface.
Feet, eye, arm.
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
What's he called?
That guy's a biggie.
Varix that was. These names are cool. Like I'm being inspired by these names. This is really cool. Really. Oh, the Weaver of Webs.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, this feels very Lord of the Rings. Whoever said that earlier, absolutely. Conversion of the Tarask. This is the equivalent of that, in my opinion. Like, mythic monsters is, if you want to fight a Tarask, here's a mythic monster. Now, Waffles, based on the balance, is it utterly impossible for a level 20 non-mythic character to beat a mythic creature?
No. A level 20 non-mythic character could beat like a level 4 mythic creature for sure. Easy, probably. Alone, like 1v1.
Okay. So...
But now, like, if you got into, like, a party of level 20s, while they could fight a level 20 dragon together and have a hard time, if they fought a level 20 mythic creature, they'd probably get wiped.
So... you can, as a GM, take inspiration from this and set it against your players, even outside of Mythic.
Yeah.
Cool.
For sure.
Cool. Awesome. All right, and now we're hitting the glossary. So that, my friends, was our look at War of Immortals. Very exciting. And a reminder, there is so much lore in here. There is, like, so much. Let me jump us back actually to
45 streams worth of lore.
this was this was a long stream even just to go over it because I was loving all the lore. Feels very, very cool. So highly encourage y'all to check it out. Grab it, read that lore, read the Godsrain, and then apparently there's a book, so go read the book too. Seems like a lot of fun, and thank y'all for hanging out with us. Thank y'all for all your questions. If you're curious or you missed anything because of ads or anything, this is going to go up on YouTube as a VOD in next week, I believe, as soon as we can. I think Tuesday is what we usually do. Don't quote me. And you'll be able to catch up everything there. And as always, if you are not yet in our Discord, come hang out in our community. You get all the updates, ask us all the questions, all that jazz. Thank you all so much for hanging out. As always, we are going to raid, though, potentially, if there's somebody out there in the universe.
Yeah, I found us someone.
Ooh, who
They are on season 3, episode 26, so I apologize for anyone.
Jumping straight into it. Who is it?
Jumping straight into it. They're called Glory of Golden State Gaming, but they're playing Pathfinder 2E mixed with the 9th Age of Homebrew, and like they have a map and some tokens up, and I like their overlay, so we'll jump in there.
Very, very cool. All right, so these people that we don't know, so represent us very nicely, y'all. If you would like, you can go ahead and use our raid emotes and all that jazz. Here's something you can copy. Thanks again so much, y'all. Go say hi, support all these folks, and we love y'all. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye. Thank y'all.